have a new project to share with you today. It's called our Beckham project, and this is a new home build, and it's a spec home. That means that a builder hires us to design a home, and then they put it up for sale, and we have to make it appealing to a wide variety of buyers. We are doing a higher end spec home, so the finishes are really beautiful, and then our team comes in and we style it with McGee Co products so you can see it staged. When you enter the home, the formal living room is the first space that you see. I wanted it to be a bit dramatic and really stand out and grab your eye when you first walk in. So we did a dark shiplap paneling on all the walls, and then we painted the ceiling to match. The color is Peppercorn by Sherwin-Williams. Then we did a medium tone hardwood floor throughout. It has a little bit of depth to it, which I love. It differentiates it from a lot of the other lighter tones that we use. And then we did a custom cast concrete surround on the fireplace. One of my favorite features in the space is the statement light we used. The scale is large and centers the entire living room layout. Even though it's a really dark room, we kept it feeling light and fresh by starting with this navy blue plaid rug that has a cream background, and that set the tone for the whole space. We incorporated artwork that has light background, and then did this new sofa that we're coming out with. It has these metal legs, a stone wash fabric, and then that pairs really well with the organic finish on the coffee table, and then these medium tone leather chairs. Moving into the great room, we started with the fireplace wall elevation. I really wanted this to catch your eye because potential buyers want a statement on their fireplace. So we did a painted brick paired with a cast concrete surround. And then instead of doing closed built-ins, I wanted it to feel open. So we did open shelves and mix that white and wood tone to really carry into what you'll see in the kitchen and throughout the home. Everything in this entire home is McGee Co. We started with a rug. It's got this deep navy tone, which I think really differentiates it from any other space. I love that it ties in that dark blue in the formal living room, and then we carried it into the great room. Then we used the fawn velvet in a different way here. I did the curved back sofa in the fawn in my own home, and now we applied it to our brand new English roll arm sofa that has these gorgeous brass casters. And then we incorporated the Beckett chairs, which I'm sitting on right now, and these great boucle ottomans. I love boucle right now. And then you're getting a sneak peek of a coffee table we'll be launching later in spring. There's quite a bit of color in here, but it still feels subdued. We have a lot of warmth. And then my favorite painting, this little lady painting on the mantle. I think it brings in a green tone, which is really great, and gives the room some personality. Behind the sofa, I love the depth of the console, but my favorite detail is that we did a very modern lamp paired with a more traditional sofa in front of it. In the great room, the color really speaks to you through the furniture and the textiles. That's why we chose to leave the built-ins very, very neutral so that the color isn't everywhere through the room, and then you really pay attention to the interesting shapes and details in the built-ins. When designing the kitchen, I wanted to create something that felt like it stood out, but then also would appeal to a wide variety of potential buyers. So we started with this Kohler pull-down faucet. I love the industrial spring look, and I have this same faucet in my mudroom. We paired it with a big stainless sink and also the pot filler above the stove. We did white on the surrounds, but my favorite detail is how we went bold by doing dark countertops with a dark island and then even pairing dark stools with that. These are our Reeves stools, and they will be launching later in the spring as well. And I love the spindle back and then the curved edges. I love the black and white pendants that really tie in the color palette in the kitchen. We used those in our bride project. This is a completely different style of kitchen, and they're just very, very transitional. The hood design, I love that it has a more industrial shape, but then we have this smooth white look to soften it. We did a textured white backsplash and dark hardware. We flanked the hood with floating shelves in the same wood tone that ties in with the built-ins in the great room, and styled them with all of our beautiful new McGee Co accessories. One of my favorite details is the still life that we leaned on the counter. It's part of a larger collection of still lifes and portraits that we launched on the site, and I love the depth and color that it brings to this kitchen. Moving to the dining room, we started with an indoor-outdoor rug. A great decision for a place that probably needs to be cleaned quite often because there's lots of spills and crumbs. We styled the dining room with a white oak table paired with our Eloise dining chairs and the bench. One of my favorite details about the bench is that it has this great brass bar detail across the bottom, and all of that pairs really, really well with the chandelier above. We've got this light oak paired with the black accent, this long linear chandelier, and I love that that ties in with the black windows as well. In this open concept space, the dining room connects to the kitchen, and we wanted it to feel special, so we incorporated this wood beam detail on the ceiling. All right, so we have one more webisode coming for this project, and we'll be sharing more photos and styling tips on the blog.